Welcome. Yes, we can take you to the edge of the desert. Then we will continue to track the beast. You must find a way to contain it. When we find out where it is being taken, we will seek you out. Until then, may the winds ever be calm on your paths.
The beast has grown too powerful. We can no longer contain it through mortal means. There was once an empire that embraced corruption. They studied it, mastered it, and became the greatest civilization the world has ever known. But it led to their destruction. Our allies will continue the pursuit of the beast, but we shall undertake a different search. We must go to the ruins of the Vaal Empire, in search of a weapon against the coming cataclysm.
I will tell your tale, Jingak. Return someday, and you might hear Risu tell it in my place. Stay inside.
Vaal is close. Be careful. The Vaal heavily relied on the use of corruption. Their lands may still be dangerous. How can I be of aid?
We strayed from the route marked on our map, driven further afield by painted men with savage intent.
This humidity. Spirit, how I miss the cool breath of the mountains. More coming out of the water. Bloody bug! Need a moment. The thrill of the hunt! Any more time? Wait. Wait! They make for a curious couple. Need a moment. Hold on. Pack's full.
How can I appoint you?
What? Stay in sight? Hello?
Need more time.
Greeting.
Speak up.
I will tell your tale.
Oh, hello. I'm Alva Valai. We can always use another pair of hands around here. Be sure to talk to Oswald, as he usually likes to greet the newcomers. In any case, welcome. Something tells me you're the exploring type. We've got that in common. But some places even I steer clear of. I rather enjoy being alive, you see. Still, if you're feeling adventurous, there's fortunes to be made out there in the wilds. I'm especially interested in all things related to the Vaal. For academic reasons, of course. But a bit of treasure never goes amiss. That hooded fellow over there, he's a friend of yours, I take it? Seems to be one of few words. Oh well, I'm not one to judge the company you choose to keep. Oswald's gonna lose his wits if any more of you show up, though. I've heard of the beast. Everyone has. If someone is truly trying to raise another, then they must be the grandest of fools. These very ruins around us are the result of an attempt to control such a thing. This is the only way it can end. So you're looking for a device the Vaal intended to use against the Cataclysm. Ah, so that's why you came here. Well, you're on the right trail. The ziggurat on which we stand was rumored to contain a device to save their people. If you want to explore it, you'll have to find a way to drain the city first. It's hard to guess what the device inside the temple might be. I do know that it was commissioned by Queen Etziri's thaumaturge, Doriani himself. The project was given all the resources it needed, and the work was kept secret, even from Etziri. As best I could translate, they claimed using it might mean abandoning all they had built. They seemed to view it as a last resort, a way to save their legacy if all else failed. It's not often I detect fear in Vaal writings, but they definitely hoped they would never have to use it. How do I even begin to describe the last queen of the Vaal? She left a tremendous mark on history. She was intelligent, incapable enough to rule unquestioned over a bloodthirsty empire of volatile nobles. and the people adored her and feared her in equal measure. Val writings speak of her as the most beautiful woman in the era, but also the most dangerous. She sought eternal life, and she was willing to sacrifice anything to achieve it. The ruins around you are the result of those ambitions. Sometimes, while I'm looting a temple, I remember that everything we find once belonged to a living, breathing person that probably died horribly. That sort of takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? By their final days, the Val were a deeply tiered empire based on brutal competition. Those at the top vied with each other through any means necessary, and Doriani was the foremost among these ambitious and immoral men. He was second only to Queen Atziri herself. Exile was the seat of his power, and ancient writings claim he undertook a vast array of strange projects and sordid experiments here. Some glyphs I have seen are too stomach-churning to discuss. This little excursion here represents my lifelong ambition. It's not just about finding treasure. I want to build an entire archaeological society someday. Rayclast has countless layers of history buried beneath it, and I aim to uncover every last bit. I intend to call my group the Reliquarians. A bit ostentatious, but the best things should be. A shame I couldn't have founded it a few decades ago, back when my birthplace, Oriath, was still a thriving city. Thanks to the Templars, relics from a dozen different cultures found their way to that little island over the centuries, and are now all lost, thanks to the disasters that happened there. Take your time. Maybe next.
She's friendly like. A rare quality these days.
What kind of stunt was that, traversing the marsh? Have to be smarter if you're to survive. As quartermaster, I'll do my best to keep you alive. I can buy what equipment you find, or sell you what others have unearthed before we ship it back to Kingsmarch. If you disappear in the jungle, I'll also be the one to note your death in our logs. You're welcome.
Pragmatism's all well and good, but that was something else.
Somewhere in this region there were sophisticated canals and waterways. We might be able to use them to drain this lake. We must hope that the mechanisms are still functioning, despite their age. It is the only way to reverse the drowning of this once thriving city. The first step in our search for the secret knowledge of the Val. It is strange to return to this place of my divine youth and see it so aged and forgotten. When I was here, the Val were the height of civilization, and the future was bright. They had their problems like any other people, but I thought I could free them from the moral hazards of divinity by removing gods from the equation. While we are here, I would like to discover whether this ruination is my fault, or whether something else happened to them. Do whatever it takes.
You're the one who waded to the undead in the marsh, eh? Truly you need a guide. Luck's on your side today, friend. I am such a guide. Maybe I can help you survive. Not all tribes in this region are so friendly. You would be wise to listen to me on the dangers of the jungle. Yes, you are lucky indeed. Apus is my grandson. Can you believe that? A young spry thing like me. A grandmother. Don't be answering that. Apus inherited my son's rowdy spirit. Maybe it's a family curse. We have always been the type to do what we shouldn't, like helping outsiders such as yourself. One day, he'll be a great man, just like his father. Until then, I try to keep him safe.
She's sharp, that one. Could come in useful.
The jungle ruins are full of deadly creatures, you know. Quadrillas can tear a man apart in seconds, but at least you can hear them coming. The real danger? The apes that drop down from above. Life is plenty here, thriving for generations. But death always comes for the careless. Everything here can kill you. A snake you can't see, a strange plant, even one of your own. Survival in the jungle depends upon learning the lessons from those who died before you. That's the wisdom of my tribe. And since these treasure hunters pay me so well, I don't mind sharing. Ha ha! Any place you want to know about, come to me with questions, and I will tell you what I know.
Ah, our local temple runner. Ah, King's March. So called by the Kalgurans. They're newcomers to Rayclast. About 20 years now. They're traders by nature. In fact, they've partially funded this very expedition. For some reason, they're very interested in Vaal artifacts. We ship most of what we find back to King's March, and they pay handsomely for it. I log everything here, so I can catalogue the thousands of ways to die the jungle offers. If you can, be sure to write some sort of final entry detailing how you die. The death log won't benefit you, of course, but it will certainly benefit me. I don't mean to be overly fatalistic, but the amateurs coming from King's March are accomplishing nothing but feeding the chimerals. The most I can do, as quartermaster, is ensure they're equipped for exploration. That's where the real profit in treasure hunting is, you see. I don't go out there if I can help it. I'm the unluckiest man alive. Yet, I'm the wealthiest in this camp. You have to be good when you're trading with the Kalgurans, or they'll fleece you. The ziggurat beneath us was once the Temple of the Sun God, one of the oldest built in the city of Utzal's religious district. It was in active use for at least 1,000 years. But when the Vaal cataclysm struck, the city flooded, presumably killing everyone inside. Good thing for us, because this lake is the only reason it hasn't been ransacked by other treasure hunters already. One man's mass death is another man's treasure, I suppose. Stay wary.
These treasure hunters are a good bunch. Out here carving their own destiny. How relatable. They've given me tips on dealing with the mosquitoes as well. Not that it's working. I wonder why the King of Kalgur has such an interest in Vaal artifacts.
Makes sense to me. Those who hoard wealth will always want more. It's practically a hobby of theirs.
Quite the extreme to go to for a hobby. I don't know. I get the idea it's likely something pretty odd. If it crawls, kill it.
Martin Henshaw. Days survived, 178. Touched a vibrant flower. Screamed until he twisted into a misshapen pile. Gregory Trenowith. Days survived, 202. Heart attack from grief after burning the animated corpse of his wife. Roland Hayton. Days survived, 82. Ads. Jacob Nesbitt. Days survived, 12. Climbed a tree to get a better view. Slipped, fell, and was caught by a hanging vine. Neck snapped instantly. Denise Chernock. Days survived, 309. Excessive night terrors. Roland Hayton. Days survived, 82. Mabel Sow. Days survived, unknown. Kept to herself mostly. vanished at some point. Nobody's sure. Gregory Trenowith. Mabel Sal. Gregory Trenowith.
This here jungle thrums with life.
Keep an eye out round here, eh? You heard them? Constant shrieking and hollering. Something tells me they aren't just eating fruit. If you see an ape, it might be worth getting ready for a fight. Keep looking.
That's Gorilla the Oak. Time to get Elva down here.
The Val used this device to operate the mechanisms in the canal, but we would need a special artifact to power it. From the translations I've made, I believe they were called soul cores. I've never seen an intact soul core large enough for something like this, though. I suppose if you want to try find one, you could ask our guide, Servi. These waterways are a series of canals the Val built on the upper edge of the city. The Great Matlan River didn't run quite this far south, but they diverted a portion of it for a complex irrigation system. That really allowed the city to thrive and the Val to flourish. Oh, I don't fully understand why they created a system that could flood the entire city. From my understanding, it was a failsafe. A way to make sure their creations didn't get the better of them, or the world. The Val really were a very intelligent and pragmatic people, you know. At the southeast edge of the city, there is a large dam. I've spent months trying to find a way to release the outer spillways, but to no avail. Those very walls are what keep the city flooded to this day. Death gems, blood crystals, or, more colloquially, soul cores. They were made by sacrificing living people and capturing their energies inside a crystal lattice. Some think the victims are still trapped inside, existing in eternal agony until someone drains the core's energy completely. There's no way to know that for certain, of course, but it is rather chilling to think about. Keep up the search.
We've been clashing with the Orak tribe for generations, but their real fight is with the Azak, and them are losing. The Orak worship the three-headed snake. Them poison the jungle, poison themselves, poison us too. Their shaman? Only seen her twice. She moved like a panther in the dark. The coward. Evil in the shadows, my friend. Evil in the shadows. If you find the source of their wickedness, you let me know. I must see it for myself to make an antidote. Ah, so you're after blood crystals. The thing Alva called Soul Core. I knew you were going to be trouble. Out there in the dark, there's an ancient ruin. Very old indeed. My tribe has spoken of it for generations. We see strange creatures there, made of stone, unnatural, with unblinking eyes. That place, it is forsaken. I would warn you not to go there. But if it's so cause you seek, then take the risk you must. The jungle ruins are full of deadly creatures, you know. Quadrillas can tear a man apart in seconds, but at least you can hear them coming. Life is plenty here. There's danger in them venom crypts. Long time ago, they were a burial ground for the Val. But now snakes make their homes in the ribs of the dead. In there, you see corpses walking, made slaves by the snakes inside of them. A sight to haunt your dreams, it's true. You might think it no big deal, the hive broods living round there. But let me tell you, them no ordinary pests. Them are warriors, armies of crawling fiends. Them hide under the ground, waiting to ambush the unwary. If you see hives or nests, keep well clear.
There we go. We're getting pretty good at this, aren't we? Keep up the search. It's damn hot out here.
Come on! Need a moment. Those snakes are headed somewhere.
Stay sharp. A rune stone is close.
Something slithers in the dark. Best keep my eyes peeled.
Don't move. Too quickly now. Snakes, bugs, mad apes, and what else? No wonder the Val are all bloody well dead. See what you can find.
Need more time.
Stay sharp. A rune stone.
Need a moment. Die, beast! Hold on! Need a moment. Need more time.
Well done. Good. But I'm still picking up one more in the region. Keep going. The work never ends, eh?
That's a shaman if I've ever seen one. Need more time. Need more time.
The work never ends.
How can I...
Drink this. A foul brew, but you'll thank me if you survive. Some odds and ends we found in the jungle. My tribe could use that. It's a deal.
breath. The energy pouring off this thing. Hold on! I need a moment to prepare. One of these lights is glowing. Reckon I can light the rest. Another of them things. Ah, you're biggin'. Very earth trembles. Need a moment. That were a fight for the ages.
Quickly.
Back to basics.
Quickly.
Time to change my ways.
What have you learned?
Take your time. still alive. Some pretty thing. Ah, my tribe could use that. Don't drink the water.
How can I...
The Auroch are truly terrifying to behold. I suspect their canine features result from genetic mutations, perhaps born of the cataclysms that reshaped these lands.
We live to see another day. Thanks for the help. I'm no rookie, but the monsters have been in a frenzy lately. Haven't left my camp in days, and haven't heard from the others in weeks. If you're heading further into the jungle, would you check on Sebastian's camp in the infested barrens for me? It's on your way. The infested barrens are to the northwest.
Aye, good to know.
Yeah? You killed him? Well, remind me not to cross you then. Should be a lot easier to move through the jungle without him around. So, in that sense, you have my thanks. In another, wasn't really necessary, was it? Apes are one thing, but quadrillas? No, they're fearsome. The Varl left these lands drowning in corruption after their cataclysm. Guess it twisted the creatures here into something unnatural. Still, I can't help but think 4 arms could come in handy, wouldn't you say? No pun intended. The monsters have always been tough out here, that's not new. What is new is how they're behaving. Used to be you'd only find trouble if you walked into a den or trampled a hive. You'd have to make a mistake to provoke an attack. Something's changed. Now, it's like they're hunting us. No way in the jungle is safe. Maybe we've overstayed our welcome. We've got 2 more camps close to the Varl ruins we're exploring. We really only return to the encampment for supplies or more hands to hold treasure. Sebastian leads the camp in the infested barrens. He's been with this expedition longer than I have. He's one of the few veterans left. A newcomer, Yorick, leads the camp in the chimeral wetlands. Oswald was hesitant, but Yorick was insistent. Hard to deny a volunteer with so few of us left. Yorick's no adventurer, but he must be an archaeologist or something. But how he goes on about Val architecture and history, it's hard to get him to stop. I worry for Yorick. The monsters are getting more dangerous, and some of the newcomers joining our expedition have been untrustworthy. Under ideal circumstances, all members of an expedition will be experienced and honourable adventurers. They'd work together so everyone could survive and get paid. They'd resist the temptation to steal or lie or abandon their campmates. And they certainly wouldn't murder someone in the night and abscond with the documented and hard-earned valuables of the expedition. But it's not ideal circumstances. We've lost too many. I need to hire whoever we can. Survivors, half-wits, and the occasional lunatic. That's our expedition in a nutshell. Used to be, we were seasoned veterans out here. These days, if a newcomer lasts more than a week, it's a cause for celebration. Still, with the Kalgurans throwing coin around, plenty of folks are willing to risk their lives for a shot of the spoils. I got the goods, if you've got the coin. Mind the quadrillas.
Greetings.
What do you... Some pretty things, yes? It's a deal. I like it.
Enfeeble is a curse that weakens.
Oh, be careful. There's eyes about. Need a moment. Let's gorilla the hunt. Need a moment. Wait! Group of me, Rowan! Maggots everywhere! Need more time. That'll make 3. Hold on. We're there. Hold on! Let's gorilla the oak! That was almost a challenge! I'll not make the journey
Well, that
home
was-
like that.
Appreciate the hand. Strange to see a new face out here. I haven't seen a familiar face in weeks, for that matter. Are you joining the expedition? You're looking for the chimeral wetlands. Do me a favor. Tell Yorick he's an idiot. Kid isn't built for this work, yet he chose to lead a camp there. The chimeral wetlands are to the west.
I hear ya.
Nice to see a friendly face. I've witnessed unspeakable things out here. A man I'd worked with for years, on multiple expeditions, died after eating some bad berries. How bad, you say? Melted his face off. And that didn't even kill him. He was possessed, and to cut off his head and burn it for him to stop screaming. And it's been getting worse. I'm starting to think the Varl cursed some treasure, and the jungle is enacting their vengeance on us. Anyway, thanks for saving the camp. One more day I avoid ending up in Oswald's death journal. We were warned about the threat of the local tribes, but witnessing their brutality firsthand is something else. No field report can prepare you for the sight of a man being flayed alive, or the sound of sinew torn from bone. The Azak are a vicious, unrelenting horde, and they train their beasts to be the same. The Orok, by contrast, not as sadistic nor as smart, but just as lethal. Oswald's a seasoned leader, and I've seen him guide many an expedition. Yet this one has claimed more lives than any other. He puts on a brave face, but I suspect he feels the weight of every loss. He arms explorers with all the wisdom he can, but survival ultimately depends on their willingness to listen. Ah, Gwendolyn sent you. Good to know she's still alive. We once had a dozen camps. Now there's 3. The plants and monsters dwindled our numbers, and the tribes forced us out of their territories. Camps should be well prepared, organized, and defended. Now we've got one camp led by a woman and the other led by a child. Oswald is a good man, though, and the job pays well. But I'm starting to think the pay isn't worth it. Yorick's one of the many newcomers who should never have been hired. He's a starry-eyed fool and a liability. He's downright obsessed with the Val. Told me he doesn't even need the money. Just wants to see their legacy with his own eyes. You'll be lucky to leave here with eyes, I said. I asked him to check in every week or so. It's been a month. Knowing him, he's either stuck in a book or stuck in a trap with a book. What's mine is yours. For the right price.
What have you learned? You have found the waterways? Search it for a control mechanism. Val technology, at least in that era, was based on engraved stonework and latent systems of channeled energy. It should be operational, even after all this time. Drain the city, and let us see what ancient secrets Exile has kept protected for us. Do whatever it takes.
Yes? Take your time. My tribe could use it. I like it. Keep your eyes sharp.
Quickly.
Time to change my ways.
How can I be of
A
aid?
new day dawns. Need a moment. Excellent. More wildlife what wants to kill me. Plants what spew poison. Just me luck. You big bloody lizard. There. Another beacon. Need a moment. Good guide me. That's 4. I got here sooner.
I can't believe it! I finally found it! That lost temple. It's set in the cliffside, overlooking the Chimeral wetlands. When I entered, it wasn't the forgotten treasure trove that I expected it to be. Someone watches over the temple. His insults are still ringing in my ears after I fled. But no matter. At least I'm still alive. Now, I just have to get back to the encampment and tell them what I've found. Or Sebastian and Gwendolyn won't believe this.
One wrong move, and these plants will make sure it's me last. Wait! No mana! Need more time! This jungle's home to some right strange creatures.
What have you learned?
Yes, take your time. Ah, it's a deal. I like it. It's a deal. It's a deal.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello? What's this? I know naught of this chaos, but a fight's a fight.
exiled as Mary hunts for a new purpose. It's not too late to turn back, you know. Long have I awaited a suitable challenger. My master, Chaos, has charged me with this task. Many have attempted my trials in search of greatness. Scholars, criminals, heroes, and the meek. All have stepped forward, and most have fallen. The rules never changed for them, and the rules will not change for you. Bring only that which you can afford to lose, including your life. My master is the essence of all that might be. They are the flip of a coin, and they are the roll of a die. Whether you win or lose, their purpose is still served. And yet, your chances can be influenced by your skill, by your intellect, and by your might. That is what fascinates Chaos. Skilled mortals can bend their chances, for in the headwinds of the unknown, the arrow of a master falls more assuredly than the arrow of a novice. Show them your mastery, and they will smile upon you. Surprise them with utmost talent, and they may even laugh. Fortune will rain upon those who bring humor to Chaos. This once mighty temple was the bridge from mere peasant to high priest. All were welcome to attempt the trials of Chaos, and those that attained a true victory were gifted a small measure of power to help forge their own destinies. That is still true, though we have far fewer challengers in this era. Go, improve. Lightning descends. Your challenge awaits. Prove yourself.
What's wrong with a good set of stairs? Hold on.
Don't get overconfident just because you beat the first room. Make it quick. They're in the demons. Protect them. This is just the beginning. Don't stare too closely. Pillage and retrieve. forces bring you this time? Let's not make a habit out of losing. Guilt weighs you down. Are you ready, Challenger? This is just a warm-up. Fight the slowing of your own heart. Outlive my expectations. This is just the beginning. Lightning descends. their souls.
Need more time. Come on. Need a moment. Mark for death.
We are only getting started. Lightning always strikes twice.
Spirit,
A
give me
bird
strength.
will do anything to feed its young.
Need a moment. Hold on. Need more time. Afraid to fight me yourself? Come on. Can't hide from me.
You continue to surprise
I've
me,
not seen the likes of that
challenger.
beast before, and I hope I never do again.
Mortal? Until next time. A trial well completed. Approach the altar and claim your reward.
Through strife, I grow stronger.
Quickly.
What do you need? Anything catch your eye? It's a deal. Keep your eyes shut. What do you need? The jungle ruins are full of deadly creatures. Life is plenty here. You might think it no big deal, the hive broods living round there. But let me tell you, them no ordinary pests. Them are warriors, armies of crawling fiends. Them hide under the ground, waiting to ambush the unwary. If you see hives or nests, keep well clear. You might think it no big. Them hide. The wetlands are breeding grounds for the jungle's most vicious creatures. Pretty, it's true, with colors like sunshine and rain, but deadly all the same. Plenty of food treasure hunter head there, but never return, least not alive. Watch out for the flowers that move without a breeze. Them are serpents hiding in the jungle, spitting poison. A massive flying beast haunts that place. Some say it got the head of a lion. Others say it looks like a gore beast. Some talk about the tail like a mermaid scorpion. But the truth, it doesn't matter. None from my tribe have ever set foot there in 43 seasons. Strange dreams, my friend. Strange dreams. Chaos doesn't bother me so much. But we keep far away from that place. You hear? Past the wetlands, there's an ancient ruin. My tribe has spoken of it for generations now. We see strange creatures there, made of stone, unnatural, with unblinking eyes. That place, it is forsaken. I warn you, don't go there. But I know you won't listen to Survey, will you? Past the wetlands, there's that place.
There's a fifth.
can't believe...
Quickly.
Some pretty things, yes? Ah, it's a deal. It's a deal. Past the wetlands, there's an ancient ruin. My tribe has spoken of it for generations. That place?
These things won't come to life and
ruin
attack
that
me.
hasn't been looted? No one from camp has managed to make it to this part of the jungle and survive. Until now. This mechanism, if powered with a small soul core, it could open that door. There should definitely be soul cores somewhere around here. They had to power these constructs somehow. Civilization, the Val tried to combat a worsening labor shortage by sacrificing their own citizens to power constructs. Designed to till the fields, mine the quarries, and the like. They were quite a marvel. As it turns out, human souls don't make for a very sustainable fuel source. And so began their downward spiral. Rather silly for such an intellectual people, wouldn't you say? Look for a red crystal a bit bigger than your fist. It should be warm to the touch. Why, you ask? That'd be the soul trapped inside.
I'll wait here. I'll not make the journey home like that.
What have you learned? Thank you.
Yes? Some odds and ends we found in the jungle. I'll take it. I like it.
Shipments of soul cores in the span of 3 months. 74 shipments, and it still won't be enough. If our fears become realized, we have put our lives on the line because Doriani asked us to do so. I accept this, and I am not a traitor to the Queen, but sometimes loyalty requires protecting her from her own mistakes. We need more time. We just need more time.
you great big pile of rust. That thing bodes ill. Best ask Alva.
This is the largest soul core I've ever seen. With this, we could power the mechanism in the waterways. But it isn't charged. There is still latent energy residing here. From what I can gather, these lines in the stonework should lead to generators. You might need to find some more soul cores to spin them up, but everything looks to be in surprisingly decent condition. Maybe the constructs have been maintaining all this. In any case, let's hope it still functions. We'll then have to remove that large soul core from the wall, of course. But that shouldn't be a problem. Keep looking.
This needs a bigger soul core. The little ones won't do.
Mark for death! Clean kill!
The other one's the same.
I do know a way out. If we fail and the Empire falls, I have one last resort. I fear it, but it is my last hope. We imprisoned Iklotil the Black Jaw in his soul core, alone for his crimes. Isolated like that, without any other souls in the lattice, his stone form seemed to retain much of his personality. Do I dare drain my own lifeblood into something we used as a punishment worse than death? We have toiled so long to defeat death. All I know now is fear. If the sky turns to blood, if flames consume Utsal, only then will I decide.
tells a story. That's done it. Right then, back to the main chamber. Looks on my side. Wait! Can't hide from me! I'm bent double as is.
What have you learned?
Yes? Some pretty things, yes? I'll take it. Be wary.
That thing bodes ill. Best ask Alva. But aye, it's powerful. There's no denying that.
How can I advise?
Wow! You did it! Now you can use that soul core to power the mechanisms in the waterways. Good job with that construct, by the way. Death gems, blood crystals, or, more colloquially, soul cores. They were made by sacrificing living people and capturing their energies inside a crystal lattice. Some think the victims are still trapped inside, existing in eternal agony until someone drains the core's energy completely. There's no way to know that for certain, of course, but it is rather chilling to think about. Servi has been a fantastic ally to us here. Her people have lived in the vicinity of Exile for countless generations, so she's been able to show us all the most interesting Val ruins. The accessible ruins were all looted long ago, of course, but the lake around us has protected most of this city since the end of the Val Empire. Oswald's a grim sort, isn't he? He's always injury this, death that. Personally, I've never been hurt while treasure hunting. I actually find it rather easy. He always makes sure we have the proper supplies and checks his list for everything 4 or 5 times before we make a move. He also invented what I call the Oswald technique. On the rare occasions he personally goes out with us, he throws a rock at absolutely everything before touching it. Every flagstone, every pillar, every statue. You'd be positively amazed at the elaborate traps he sets off, even in places I've walked through already. Take your time. Not today. Good luck.
How goes it?
A pleasure, as always.
Still alive.